ComptonMania Podcast, and I am one of your hosts, Deshaun Showtime Watkins, also Caeser Black, and Angel from Undisputed World Champions. ComptonMania Podcast.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ComptonMania Podcast Show. Woozy. And I am your host, Deshaun Showtime Watkins, and I'm with my guys. You feel me? We got Angel from Undisputed World Champion of the world. And then we got the hostess with the mostest, the voice of ComptonMania, Anthony.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the building.
Desiree.
And he's feeling himself.
And right here next to me is Caeser Black, Lord Bamboo, the man, the myth, the Wu-Tang, the ism is everything. I already said your name, huh? It's as bad as it.
So good. Yo, what's up, though? I'm not, I can't even be in a bad mood. Like, we had to, despite bad things happening and, like, certain MMA fighters getting my business, overall, good night.
How are you going to deal with what happened? It wasn't a good night for you at Slauson Slam.
Nah. So, we all have rough days at the office, you know what I mean?
But your calmness scares me.
Oh, it should.
We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
You want to hug it out, Angel?
Do you want to hug it out?
Do you want to hug it out? I don't. Okay, you want to talk about it? Fine, let's unpack what happened. We're not the MFM. And by we, I mean the ism. Because, we have free word rules when we speak. We talk in fifth person. And we do the thing. Yeah, we also didn't win the tag team titles. So that happened. That's fresh. So no, it was a rough night to be the ism. But on the other hand, we did run Clandestine's night, so that was fun.
Yeah,
that was awesome. And other than that, yeah, man, it was great. And the barbecue was delicious, so can't really be mad when it's good barbecue.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you something else that you felt, and you can get in here too. The voice has been mighty quiet, but I have to say this: Judeus was victorious too. So I mean, you didn't get nothing off. I mean, you didn't complete nothing.
We're just going to throw salt on the wounds.
I'm just asking.
I bare my soul, and what happens? I get kicked in the nuts. All in the crack.
What's his nuts?
I mean, literally, Caeser, you guys, you got put in place by
Whoa,
guests.
shut up, yellow journal. Speaking of put in place.
Yellow? I'm not yellow. You're yellow.
Yellow
well, no, you're
journalism?
black. Let me just say that.
Yellow journalism?
Is this a Pittsburgh Steelers fight right now?
I don't know.
What is going on?
So, can you let us know what was in your hand that we saw it? It was a powdery substance in your hand, and Curtis Millender put a stop to you utilizing that substance.
A powdery substance? What kind of stuff you on?
Talk to my attorney, Big Ox.
Didn't we have security there?
We did have security there.
It looked like
you know what? I'm on a diet. I had some Crystal Light in my pocket. I was going to drink some Crystal Light. And if you actually watch the footage, I had some water by my foot.
It was in
I was
your
going to
hat.
put the Crystal Light into the water. Because it's a dietary supplement. That's what it was.
So you have it in the ball of your hand and looked like you were going to throw
Look, you're kind of
it in
overanalyzing
Rancho's
it, dude.
face.
Like, you're kind of overanalyzing it, bro. Yeah, I was gonna have some Crystal. I was thirsty. Been there all day, standing up, doing God's work. You know about God's work. The ism does God's work, and I was thirsty.
I got a question.
Sure.
Do you respect Rancho now after he beat light-skinned Jesus up?
No, it took an MMA fighter. It took. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna go with the hard no on that one. I don't respect Rancho.
So where does the ism stand now? Is your efforts and is your attention going to be on Rancho, the Rock and Rodeo Express?
Yeah, it's proprietary information, bro.
But the people
proprietary information, bro.
The Compton
I'm not
Maniacs
gonna change my
want to
answer.
know.
Answer's not changing.
What about PBA stepping to Millender?
I'll talk about that. That's box office, right? And by box office, I mean PBA is box office. The good looks, you know what I'm saying? The good hair God. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's the red carpet rumbler, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might be the toughest actor in the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Curtis putting his 2 cents in, asking him who he beat and who is he. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, PBA actually has won championships. Last time I checked, Curtis ain't got no championships.
Oh my goodness.
Call him Johnny No Rings.
Johnny No Rings.
So are you here? Are you issuing a challenge?
Oh no, the challenge has been issued. I'm gonna go see the guy.
You gonna go see Curtis?
I'm gonna go see him.
You better bring USRR with you too.
Oh, I'm just gonna go in as a businessman. I'm not gonna bad. I'm like, hey, I can visit somebody if I need to visit them. And
If you can't beat him, have him join you.
no, hell no. He threw crystal light in my face, Angel. He assaulted me from behind.
He ruined your opportunity for a refreshment, as you put it.
Yeah, look what you know what I think.
But how did that make Shiloh lose? Because you don't know how to drink your soda or your Crystal Light.
Shiloh didn't lose that match. Like what happened was.
Also, Rancho just won.
Yep. Shiloh didn't lose the match. Rancho won it.
How's Shiloh gonna feel about you stating that?
You know what? Shiloh and I have had a long conversation about it. We've got other things we're actually gonna start focusing on right now. Maybe some crafts. I don't know. Knitting.
Some knitting.
Knitting. I like knitting.
Is he gonna retire again?
Do you guys not want like scarves? Like don't y'all want Christmas presents?
So you're going
scarves
from
by Shiloh.
So you're telling us here on the ComptonMania podcast that your guys' focus is going from the ComptonMania title to knitting scarves.
Maybe some canoeing.
Well, you know what? That shows you that Rancho makes people just say, you know what? I'm not a wrestler. I mean, you take
we never said
Jesus
that. We just said we're gonna knit
and turn him into a knitter. He will, ladies and gentlemen, he will be designing. What do you call those things? Neck rolls for people at the next ComptonMania show when it gets cold. You know, he's going to be designing them, and it's going to say "ism" on it.
Scarves
and
by
that might
Shiloh.
get him to be the MFM.
Maybe make a sweater for Sean.
So he could be Sweater Sean instead of Shirtless Sean.
Wool sweater Sean.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't let Caesar's bad misfortunes hinder your guys' thoughts on Slauson Slam, because it was an amazing night. I had a blast. It looked like almost everybody there was having a blast. Deshaun, tell us something about Slauson Slam, man. For the people that weren't there, let them know what they missed out on.
It was magical, man.
How was my outfit?
Your outfit, honestly, it was the ugliest, dopest outfit I've ever seen before.
So ugly,
I think it was way better than what you chose on Ghetto Gauntlet.
It looks like you got dry cleaned. So
yeah.
There's a start.
I can see that as an action figure, though, honestly. It was bad, but it was good bad. Not just horrible like the Ghetto Gauntlet. That shit didn't make no sense. But this one didn't make no sense neither, but it looked like at least the colors kind of coordinated.
But I love the old school shout out to Kim Chi. Those that know Kamala, that safari cap, man, that was dope.
Thank you.
And Lord Bamboo, I give you the love and respect. I believe you showed out with your Sunday's best, because it was on Sunday night.
Yes, it was.
It was a Sunday's
Church.
best, and I'll tell you, man, you were ready to win championships, but I think your guys just weren't. What about the referee? Let's talk about that
I
tag
was
match.
kind of backhanded.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Are we
I know.
recording right now, Angel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was a
like
backhanded compliment, but I accepted and I still hate you somehow. I don't know how it works.
Let's talk about the tag team title match.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
ComptonMania Championship Committee
Inaugural
go ahead and
four-way.
shifts. They shift the whole card. They add 2 other teams to your match with Clandestine and make it for the ComptonMania Tag Team Championships.
You know, I didn't really think about it like that until you said it.
But I mean,
We got screwed out of the tag team titles by 3 other teams.
Yeah, for all those at home who didn't have the time to go out to Slauson Slam and check it out for yourself, you guys missed a treat that the ComptonMania Booking Committee gave everybody with that fatal 4-way
my goodness.
tag team elimination match for the brand new ComptonMania tag team titles.
Let's break it down, okay? Let's break it down, because I do like me some tag team wrestling.
Have to
Yes.
say this before you say
Gotta
that.
jump in.
But remember, guys, card is always subject to change.
Always.
Big time, big time.
Always.
So I'm a huge fan of tag team wrestling. Like ever since I was a kid, like that's my thing, right? I love that joint. But this one right here, like right here, money, power, and respect coming out of nowhere. East Bay Pro holding titles down there. Shout out to them. The ism, of course, you know, we came to play, but we also came for a one-on-one match, 2-on-2 matchup. You know what I'm talking about. And whatever, clandestine. And then Rock and Rodeo Express. You know what I mean? Like, this is a match that you really could, that's 2 good tag team matches on its own. All 4 teams together. Chemistry was beautiful, and the match was dope. Coming out of Louisiana and still being able to say that's kind of a blessing.
It got kind of wild, too. Your boy PBA couldn't take it and just start whacking people with chairs and stuff. And do you know we rent those chairs? And every chair that's broken, we have to pay. So PBA, it's coming out of your check.
I think Shiloh broke a chair, too.
Listen,
PBA, both of their checks.
I mean, I love the dynamic. And as you talk about tag team wrestling, your guys' isms, especially when you're teaming up Manny Mars, PBA, kind of reminds me of like Hercules and Paul Roma and Power and Glory. You know what I mean? And so you see the power of the PBA and the glory and the glitz of Manny Mars. Listen, I really don't think the referee should have called you guys out. I didn't like that.
I didn't like it.
You guys out. I just think
I lost my voice yelling that it's no DQ.
Yeah, I mean, we were on the sidelines. That's what we were talking about. It's a fatal 4-way. There's no DQ, but the ref looked like he just decided.
So what you're saying is we have a very strong case for a rematch to get a shot at Rock and Rodeo Express.
That's what
By
I
the
saw.
way, I can't even hate on the Rock and Rodeo Express, even though they beat us in the match, because those are my homies. Like, we've done the roads together. Everywhere I've been, they've been. Everywhere they've been, I've been. They've been some other places. I've been some other places. But to come together at ComptonMania has been awesome. And the crowd, again, to your point, when they were doing a little thing with the ropey rope, the crowd was pulling the ropey rope back.
Yeah.
So
it was a dance.
Those boys are in the hearts and the minds of the fans. So big up until we meet you, and then I'm gonna have to hate you for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, the Rock and Rodeo Express, they've been on a roll for the past few months. They've been consistently working, and to me, on the ring, they look like the most fluid team there. And that's not bringing anybody down or knocking any other team, because it was. At the end of the day, that match was a pleasant surprise. I was so excited when they announced it, up until the final bell rang and the Rock and Rodeo Express was holding up those brand new titles. But they deserved it, man. They've been working hard,
Absolutely.
and I think once you persevere and work hard, eventually the doors open up, and then sure enough, the opportunity was there for them to win the titles, and they took it.
They took it cold.
And that's the thing. They got those beautiful green tag team titles.
ComptonMania green.
And the only thing I have to say is I love their pink and black attire. I seen their blue and black attire, but they need to get some green attire to match that title.
They
I'm
will.
just saying.
They're those kind
I'm
of dudes.
just saying.
The green attire's coming. So shout out to Moonshine Rex Calhoun
Yes.
and
TM to the
TMD.
motherfucking D.
Fight.
And shout out to the booking committee, because
Yeah.
they're the ones that put that sweet gift for
I heard
everybody.
they are
at Slauson
sexy.
Slam. But what everybody was saying earlier about the ism and the opportunity they had there, they looked really, really well, PBA and Manny Mars, and I'm pretty sure once the championship rankings come out for the tag team titles, I wouldn't be surprised if they're up there high in the ranking for the next shot.
I wouldn't doubt if we're the next tag team champions, because that's what we're about to do.
It's possible.
Definitely. And
Anything is
I do
possible.
think, just seeing out of all the teams, I believe the fluidity that was seen in Rock and Rodeo Express, I think the ism showcased that as well. And I just think that beef, that grudge that you guys have with Clandestine, how are we going to see that feud come to an end? I think we could have a no-holds-barred tag team match, and you guys just end it.
In the Clandestine right now, I heard a rumor, and I might just be breaking some breaking news right now.
Breaking
I
news.
heard that Boom Shasta and God King Tim. Sorry, it's like I get fur on my tongue when I bring them up.
My goodness.
I heard they're going by the Boom Kings.
The Boom King.
They're still Clandestine, but as a tag team, they are the Boom Kings.
That's pretty tight.
So
that's pretty
what
tight.
I can dig that.
I mean,
they look good together, so I wouldn't mind them being up there in the rankings.
They
too.
are definitely a wild card. You really don't know what to expect for them.
Man,
but
when you put two young hungry guys together, wild card that's a good word to use for it.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
that's that oil and fire type of shit. You know what I mean?
I think the one thing I feel like the ism with Manny Mars and PBA, what they have over them is experience as well.
And me.
I think yes, and the bamboo. And all, but
Lord Bamboo.
with Lord Bamboo, and then when you see Boom Shasta and God King, I look at them as over anxious at times, and I feel like they want to prove a point so much they'll lose. You know what I mean? I like and
They run on emotions still, man. They're still trying to find their way in this business. You know what I mean? Like, we work on business. We have a plan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and their emotions overrode our plan. You know what I'm saying? We planned on just beating them 1, 2, 3.
But I'm gonna tell you something too. You got to be careful, because dudes like that, they don't have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
and they willing to risk anything.
Sewer
So
rats.
you better try. You better tread lightly.
I only tread
They're
one
an
way.
enigma.
Hey, I cannot tread lightly. You saw my boots.
Yeah,
I can't
those
tread
boots
lightly.
were made for walking.
I cannot tread lightly.
Stumping on roaches,
stepping on
and
all
conquering
the roaches.
lions.
I have it.
Let's jump real quick.
Yep.
Let's talk about something wicked in the religious terrorists right now, because I'm gonna tell you something that really
It's getting weird.
You know what really disturbed me was I understand that Ezekiel was under a trance, but I'm gonna keep it real. And
can
I
we start
said
from the
this.
Wait, you're burying the lead. Heidi can drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta watch Slauson Slam when the video drops. Heidi,
Can we just
the
talk about
demonic
she might have a license.
mistress.
I don't know.
She has a license. She was driving.
We don't know if she has a license.
Maybe she's
Heidi
driving dirty.
would drive in on a witch broomstick or
buggy?
something,
A horse buggy or something.
She freaking whipping it, bro.
Yo, and first of all, hey, can I ask another question?
Yes.
Okay, so I've been to a lot of wrestling shows, right?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever had a show start with a car driving to the ring and pop in the trunk?
I've never seen. You know what? If that happens in Compton, run.
Right?
Like if
Everything
anybody
says
pop a
he's
trunk,
Somebody
run.
trying to snatch you. You better run.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god!
gotta tell you, fellas, I've seen Harry Potter a few times and I read the books and I never seen them go to the DMV. So
I swear to God, when Auntie Heidi pulled
Hey, the
up,
big dude drove though, right? Like they had the taxi.
that doesn't mean he went to the DMV.
It's true.
I
He
instantly
drove the car.
I instantly thought of Baby Boy when Auntie Heidi popped the trunk. Like I got heat for big like you. Like that's the first thing that came to my
Auntie
head.
Heidi, I got
gave
heat for
me-
niggas like you. That's for sure.
It gave me thoughts
Heidi
back
popping
to old SmackDown when the Undertaker was driving and he looked at Teddy and said, "Where to, Teddy?"
Yes, yes.
But it was
good call.
But it goes to show you like the mind games. You know, it's just funny because we were talking
Something
about,
wicked. Their name is Something Wicked, which is Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
Something Wicked This Way. Or no, I'm sorry, it's a Ray Bradbury book. Something Wicked This Way Comes.
But you know, when you're talking about the emotions that Boom Shasta, Boom Kings have, and their desire to try to make a name for themselves, I think IT and what he did with Auntie Heidi, he's solidified his spot in ComptonMania.
Hellman with that crazy ass mask and the
Oh,
little
yeah.
jacket,
His
like,
gear was hard.
It was a rebuttal. It was an answer to the horn.
Yes,
Like
He-
Jay blew the horn, but when you blow the horn, you get both sides. You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. It had this plan since the Ghetto Gauntlet.
Yes.
Oh, that's all they've been talking about.
He knew what he was. He set it up. Now here's the issue. It won, but now you have an angry religious terrorist coming after you. And when we say the word terrorist,
He's scary, bro.
he is a terrorist. So now you're going to have to deal with this dude. Oh my God. I mean, he won the battle, but the war had just begun.
And you know, for some of you fans that may have not been keeping up prior to the Ghetto Gauntlet, you know, it was at ComptonMania 1 where Jay Bautiste was battling the Stranger, and Elijah Friday interfered. Jay Bautiste went down.
Bro, this
Then-
ain't no Japan anime, bro. We ain't doing that.
But then
No, we're not doing that. Let's just go. Next,
We
next
definitely
match.
going to do that because it's going to show you how dangerous Jay Baptiste is. Elijah Friday has not been seen.
Yeah, I know, man.
Since.
I know. Manny's not. It messed Manny up, so I don't want to talk. So you guys keep bringing these things like scarring isms.
I don't even think he worried
But-
about Manny right now.
But my fear is the fact that Jay Bautiste is on this losing streak because he lost at the Ghetto Gauntlet to Manny. He lost now to Hellman. Now, what can we see coming from the ministry?
Has he really lost though? Because his losses have all been like really controversial. So
It's true. But a loss
he
is a
hasn't been-
loss.
But he hasn't been beaten. How about that? So you can lose a match.
But anytime you
can't
take a
be beaten.
pinfall, that's a loss. I mean, I would say in ComptonMania, being down 3 losses before our ComptonMania eyes, I just think now we have to really see what kingdom terrorists we have now.
And, I mean, let's look at the San Francisco 49ers. The lights cut off on them. They feel like they were screwed. Either way it goes, they lost. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can get cheated. Look at the Saints when the Rams did it to them. You know, we hit that fool. You feel me? They didn't call it. We win. Saints feel like they would have the whole. But guess what? You lost. There's no you got to deal with that emotion, whether you lost fair and square or if it was a bad call.
Yeah, I mean, the record books will never talk about someone interfering. The record books are going to say winner or loser.
No, they say Curtis Miller sucks.
That's very true what you're saying there, Anthony. And my concern is for the well-being of the ComptonMania roster that we have, because Jay Baptiste is a strong-willed guy, and I know these losses are just weathering him. They're making him angrier. They're making him stronger and stronger and stronger. So maybe right now at this moment in time, he may not be getting the wins that he needs. But in reality, I think this is a setup for something far more worse and scarier that the ComptonMania roster is not going to be ready for. And that's an angry Jay Baptiste.
Not only angry, should I even say desperate?
Desperate.
Ooh,
And now you're talking about a guy. Exactly. A guy who's probably asking God, like Jesus did on the cross, Father, why have you forsaken me? If the Holy One had a moment where he thought about it, like I can change this whole thing right now. Now remember, Jay Baptiste is no Jesus. He's human. So you never know what you gonna get.
He's no Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
He's Shadrach,
But he's been
and a
burning
bad
in the fiery
Negro.
furnace.
I like those three names when you
He's
send
been
me
burning in the fiery furnace with his anger.
I just want to throw some Bible stuff out
Come
there.
on, that's good. But he's upset.
Even Lord Bamboo knows the scriptures.
But maybe he'll come out of that fire, and maybe, I mean, can you imagine he come out covered in a red robe, or just a different Jay Baptiste? Can you imagine?
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm concerned for the well-being of the ComptonMania roster. They're going to be the ones that are going to take the beating.
Anthony, you're a preacher. And you remember when everybody was talking about the Left Behind series?
Yeah.
How it would like freaking make it hard for you to sleep?
Yeah.
I don't want to have ComptonMania Left Behind series. I don't want no smoke with that.
That Left Behind was something. Y'all want to see we'll talk about it. We'll go off script, but I can't even talk about it in this. Traumatizing Christian movies for 1,000,
Yeah.
Alex. Anyway, back to the Slauson Slam breakdown. Let's talk about Candy Girl.
One more thing before you go over there. One thing, because I didn't make this point. I'm sorry. The problem I have with Ezekiel,
Oh, that's
I
right.
understand he was under a spell, but if we from the hood, homie, and I'm getting jumped and you standing there, I'm going to beat your ass. I don't know how Jay Baptiste is going to deal with this. I mean, maybe he understands.
Did you miss the part when Homegirl had an eye on her hand?
I don't give a damn. You can't just watch your homie get
A white
beat up.
chick in the hood with an eye on her hand.
Let me ask you
But
something.
that goes
If
back
you
to
could-
that. You
There
said a
are
white chick.
homeboy.
They're always putting their spells on the brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Dr. Umar Jackson.
Don't let her put
Johnson.
it on you. Don't let her put that spell on you, man.
Dr.
Come on,
Umar
you a
Jackson,
man of
okay.
God,
Dr.
Ezekiel.
Umar Jackson,
You better break that Jezebel spirit. You better break it now.
I believe.
You gotta break it. But Ezekiel, listen, if I was Jay Baptiste, I don't know if I can have Ezekiel in my corner.
You can't,
I can't.
because he's a liability. He gets
How do you know
kidnapped.
he's a liability? He might be his power source. You don't know what Ezekiel does. Y'all talking out the side of your necks.
He ain't been helping them lately. He got kidnapped one match.
Like a baby.
The
Maybe
other one, he
God's
get
testing
hypnotized.
him.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, why are you? And he does nothing. He sits there and
Maybe
looks
he's
scary.
observing. Maybe God's got a bigger plan for Jay. Maybe y'all are way stepping out of here. Y'all are in the ether realm. Something wicked is in the ether realm. Y'all are trying to predict for the mystics. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
you
just
can't get in the
saying,
heads of the mystics,
Something
man.
wicked is looking way more wicked than Ezekiel. That's all
I
I'm
just
saying.
think, you've had a lot of wrestlers over the years that have had managers. And your manager or your valet can lead you to a certain point. But if you're trying to go forward without having anything blocking you.
Who's
or
the valet,
anything-
though?
Well, I mean, I'm Ezekiel. He just accompanies him.
Let me ask you something. Would you have Ezekiel in your corner and you got your enemies in the ring with you? Is he the first guy you would have in? Would he be? Would you have him in your corner?
Nah.
Do you think this that we can see more of that match? Do you think they're probably the feud will continue, or do you think?
Yo, you know what I think? I think that Jay, like you said, he's like, me myself, I like to consult the burning bush. I don't know which way he goes about it, but he's talking to his higher powers right now. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I did on Sunday, and I know on Monday how I really felt, and I know where I'm at right now, and it's been 72 hours removed, and I already know what I'm gonna do to everybody who wronged us. You know what I'm saying?
I got a call from Jay Baptiste. And it was really disturbing. So I just got to make sure I have the insurance on the next event because vengeance is on his mind. And we can go into the sweetest thing now. Like,
yo, all I'm saying is that when you dance with the devil, it definitely dancing with the devil. Auntie Heidi, the Mephistopheles mentality. Jay needs to. He needs more. It's like Jay-Z said. He needs more people. I don't believe you. Yeah. You need more people. So, and it's cool to want to be the lone wolf and want to be the lone shepherd or whatever he's going about it. But Auntie Heidi and the Rose Crown, he took that it thing on, man, and it's gonna just change him. Like it's in his veins now, in that venom sense. Like he used to be Peter Parker, now he's Eddie Brock,
the War Devil.
No, that's true. And ever since the ComptonMania committee has been unveiling these new titles that these guys can go for, you can tell that a lot of these wrestlers and the women wrestlers are doing what they can to make sure they get in front of everybody and make sure they get noticed.
Definitely.
Speaking of the ladies, can we talk about it now?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, we talk about Candy Girl. I've never been a Ralph Tres fan. I was always a Bivens. If I like a girl, who cares who you like? But yo, she's on a hot streak of epic proportions.
I'm not going to cap. I thought she was going to lose.
Oh, I definitely thought Mariah was going to put her lunch in a bucket and feed it to her.
It was a heck of a match, that's for sure. They went at it, had the crowd. The crowd was into it. They were going at it, and it turned out the way it did.
My favorite spot of the whole night. Fly.
I think you killed him.
Those are African hands. You can't see them in the studio.
My favorite spot, right? Picked her up in the full Nelson, right? Candy got loose. There was a second there when Candy's legs and gravity were the only thing holding her up. It was like a statue. That girl is strong, and because Mariah got her up and she's strong, bro. So I was very, 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 very stoked on that match. Like just to see those two
very good match
gladiators go at it and know what we got because now our belt's gonna have weight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's like this. Like, right? Did I break the fourth wall? Is that an editing, or you want to talk about that first? Or did we talk about the women's title?
No, we can talk about the women's title for sure.
The women's title, that purple belt, that thing is beautiful. So we got a women's title. And I can already see. There, one more time.
Beautiful title.
And I can already see. This is the thing, right? I'm gonna flip the script real quick. I'm gonna get woo real quick with it. Like, a lot of cats ain't coming out and seeing what ComptonMania is doing, right? In SoCal. But SoCal's got a lot of pride, right? But a lot of these cats they go see, I've been to them shows. And I'm not sure where the pride's coming from. Because they aight. I'm not disrespecting. They cool, right? But to not come see what we're doing and we got these dope-ass titles now, it's like, are you really treating yourself or are you cheating yourself? To quote my man from Park and Rec. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So we got this belt. We're going to have all the dames in the land coming fucking battling for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be illmatic, bro. And for people that don't know, there's championship, in the ComptonMania Championship Committee, there is about 20 years of women's wrestling history in there. Because I've only selected people that I know the sport. You know what I mean? Because that's when we brought this crew together. We brought together brains and hearts for this business. So the SoCal, I believe, and I'm going to call it right now. Say what you want about all the dudes in SoCal. The ComptonMania women's title is going to be the number one title in SoCal. Every woman on the block's going to want it. You know what I mean? Like they say, do the ladies run this motherfucker? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And adding to that, I think that match there so far in ComptonMania's history has been the best women's match that we've had so far.
It's only going to get better.
And this is without them knowing and being aware that there's a title that got rolled out within the next few days after that match. So we can only imagine the classic matches that we're going to get from them once they find out that they're fighting for that title.
So I talked to the office at East Bay Pro because they got a deep women's division too. So we're gonna have an influx of women coming in. So we're gonna get matches you can't even see anywhere else. For a title, you can only see it in one place.
Say that again. Hold on.
I got matches coming you can't see anywhere else. In a place you can only see in one place.
Damn. Swallow that. Ingest that. Feel that. That's deep as fuck.
All right, but now that we're there, let's do this. Let's go around the table. Anthony, who do you think will win the first ever ComptonMania Women's Championship?
Well, depending on the competitors that are coming in, I mean, there's so many locally, there's so many in SoCal, powerful women, but I think the three we've had competing in ComptonMania, Auntie Heidi, Candy Girl, Mariah Moreno. I mean, Mariah was so powerful in that match. And then the only way Candy was to get her to tap. I mean, she pulled it out of nowhere. Listen, y'all got to watch that. When we dropped that video, that match was a shocker because Mariah had her defeated.
Had her beat a couple times.
I mean, my goodness.
Couple
Candy
times.
Girl putting the submission, making her submit. But you know what? Candy Girl's been on a roll. And I think she is primed and ready to become the ComptonMania Women's Champion.
Deshaun?
Auntie Heidi, it's not even a question. You know what I'm saying? I believe, like, and listen, I love Candy. I think she is definitely the sweetest thing. There's no way she's going to beat Auntie Heidi again. There's no way I don't think she'll beat Mariah again. She's too little. She's too small. She's too sweet. They will crush her. I don't care. I feel like those other matches, and I love Candy, but she's too little. I mean, it just is what it is. Auntie Heidi has it on her side too. She has somebody there in her ear. She has an extra person. Candy, sweets ain't gonna do it for you. It's gonna give you diabetes.
Jesus, help.
Caesar, who do you think?
I'm right with Candy, yo. Like, until you know, my mama used to tell me, yo, if you don't like me beating you and you don't like me talking smack when I'm beating you, shut me up by beating me. Ain't nobody beat her yet. Everything you just said, she's small. She ain't strong enough. She tapped Mariah Moreno.
That's true. That's true.
We're burying the lead, yo. She tapped her. You know what I'm saying? So, and it came out of nowhere because she was beat.
It did. Yeah.
Like, she limped back to the locker
nowhere.
room. She didn't walk proudly to the locker room. She limped. But she won.
Yeah.
And now there's gold on the line. Man, we're going to see something out of her. It's the sweet, yo, hey. How many times, men, have we heard it's the sweet ones you got to look out for?
That is true.
So I say Candy Girl will be our first champion. And I say it with zero hesitation because I don't want to look like a fool. She's been beating everybody. Like,
She has. She's
has
proving
been.
me wrong every time.
I know. You keep it. And I think you're fueling her. She listens to the podcast. You just said she's too small. She's too small. You said it like 5 times.
And the crazy thing
right now
is-
she's punching the wall. What show? What show?
And you know the crazy thing is, I will tell her to her face.
I know you will. She be punching the bag like Captain America and
And
Avengers.
if she gets it done, I'll be the first person to bow down.
But she continues to play that role of the underdog that can overcome. I mean, she did it. I mean, for some of you guys that might not know, it was ComptonMania 3. She lost Auntie Heidi. A year later, she gets the win back. And then now she taps out Mariah. So to me, it's like you expect her to lose, but she's able to pull it out.
And she beat him in a triple threat match. And
And amped up wrestling. She did.
Yeah.
She did. She
And,
did.
yeah, that's not crossing streams. That
so
happened.
I just feel like, hey, all good things must come to an end. And I feel like it's coming to an end, Candy.
Yo, so, yeah, no, man. And again, we've got unknown factors that are going to be coming in.
That's true.
I've already been on the line talking to people. I've been like, my phone has not stopped blowing up. Like, a lot of things run through the information superhighway. You know what I'm saying? My Rolodex spins.
I didn't even know people still have Rolodexes, but
Yo,
okay, if it works for you,
When you've been
it works.
rocking as long as I have,
Yeah.
when you don't want to get rid of something,
You still got a pager? What about a two-way?
Two-way. Hit me on the two-way.
I seen him warming up in the back to a Walkman.
Oh, you had a Walkman?
I straight use a Walkman.
Hell
Even,
no.
even his
furry
other pocket
headphones.
was swollen with
Furry
his little
headphones.
CD.
Yeah.
His little CD.
The big
Was
yellow,
it
the big
skipping
yellow
or
one?
was it anti-shock?
No, I got the anti-shock, the big yellow one. I got the scuba diving one, bro. The Sony Scuba. The Sony Scuba yellow
That's
one.
old school.
That's
All
right.
You want to keep going or
Let's go.
I think we should talk about I feel it was the disappointment of the night because I feel a lot for Judas. I know he's been working really, really hard. He's been putting on great performances. And I feel more disappointed about him because I know he didn't get the opponent that he had expected, which is I know was the one that if he would have got a win over Cal Jack specifically, I think he would have moved up the ranks really quickly in the ComptonMania rankings for the championship chase. Overall, it was a great match that went down. But I think the disappointment was that he didn't get the opponent that he needed in order to
didn't
look.
pay him or something. Something happened. What happened to your boy?
Yo, you know, sometimes like, is it winter? I think maybe a combination of the fires. You know what I'm saying? He's from up that way, so you know maybe it's the fires. You know, maybe I don't know. Maybe he's a bear. What am I gonna tell a bear? Like what you?
It might have been hibernation time.
What are you
I
gonna
don't
tell
know.
a bear?
Maybe.
Like,
In the summer?
but let's talk about what did happen. All right?
Okay.
Cause shirtless, man, that guy came through hot.
And that's crazy. Now, before we even break down that, he wasn't even supposed to be there because he
Right.
wasn't even able to be in this tag team match,
Right.
which we can talk about later. How is Matt Fuller going to feel about that? But let's digress and let's go back to the...
So this is what happened. I'll give you guys the foregoing. So to be supportive, Sean, who was battling illness, came to the show to be supportive. At about 7:15, we realized that we were gonna have to change the card. And I'm looking around like, what can I do? What can I do? What's gonna be the best thing? And out of the left, you know, my six was like, he was like, yo, I can do this. I'm like, dude, you was just not feeling well. He's like, I'm clear. Here's my papers. I'm like, but you're not you. You haven't been done. You've been out for 15, 16 days. He's like, I can do it. I'll give you 10. And he went out there and did it.
Yeah, he did. Very exciting match. Very exciting match. And I think that's wonderful to see, and the passion and the zeal of a wrestler to step up, especially covering. That's the respect he has for ComptonMania. Right. You know, and I think making the shift from the championship match, the UGWA tag title match, I think it's good because it's like, yo, he's not in shape to be in a tag team championship match, but at least I can give you a few minutes and competing one-on-one. And I think that was an awesome thing, and that shows you the fortitude of the urban juggernaut. Yeah.
Now, sometimes when Anthony Desiree talks, I just picture pianos being like, bling, 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 bling.
Sometimes when I hear you talk, I be hearing African drums like. I'll be like,
I was giving you a compliment, bro.
Yeah, but I got to give it up to Sean Black because at the end of the day, what he did coming off of an illness and possibly not even able to be there, period, he saw the opportunity. He saw that it was a big match. And if one way or another he would have pulled out a win, that would have been a big, big win for him. It would have moved him up the rankings. And in ComptonMania with the title now on the line and everybody going for it and vying for it, you got to do what you can to stand out and get noticed, man, and get in the title picture. So I think he did that in order because he was hungry. He needs it. Knowing him, he's a passionate competitor. He's a winner. And he's here for one thing, and that's business, and that's to be a champion, and that's exactly what he did.
And you know, like Drew Diaz got the W, and he did it very impressively.
Yes, he did.
Even the fans were booing Drew because this is Sean's home turf.
Drew, hey, can I jump in real quick?
Go ahead, jump in.
Drew had a little bit of that Jew going.
Yes, he did.
He was spitting a little bit of hot fire.
Yes, he was.
He was feeling it. He was feeling it. Yes, you know. So I think here's the other thing. When you're putting out a quality product, right? You know it when you look around the locker room. You're like, who can I? They're all going to be good matches. Who can I put up against this dude, right? So Sean stepping up in a locker room full of A game is amazing. You know what I'm saying? He's been on a hot streak lately. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm going to segue because we've talked about it. Let's talk about the other half of that coin. You know what I'm saying? Matt Fuller had to go it with a person he was not prepared to go with against the UGWA champions, who, by the way, shout out Desiree Fresh. Shout out to Alpha Zoe.
Shout out.
How much charisma. Like, they oozed charisma all
They
over
do.
LA.
They did.
do.
All over LA. They was like, we here fresh.
You must like them.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now what you doing the voice? I can't with the
my life.
Was you dancing with them?
Oh, I was dancing my ass off.
I
I
was-
didn't think I stopped. Okay, I'm gonna make true confessions with Caesar now. I danced all of Slauson Slam. I don't think my feet stopped moving once because he was bumping tunes before it started. And then they had a band.
Yeah,
And
Undisputed
then we
World
had
Champ shut that
themes.
shit down.
They really
bro.
shut shit down.
Awesome show.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure I went to a wrestling show or a dance party. I don't
For
care.
real.
It was dope.
You know, like, to go back to Sean real quick, if he was healthy, does he win this match?
Man, I don't know.
We're never gonna find out because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm thinking Matt Fuller's gonna kick his head off for not being in the tag match.
I mean,
I'd be
and
mad.
if I'm Matt Fuller, I
I'm
would be-
mad.
I would be hot too.
Of course.
Hot.
Okay, so Anthony Desiree, I got to hear your opinion.
Well, what
If-
you-
go ahead.
No, I mean, just the point you just made about the urban juggernaut, but yet I'm looking at the other side of that coin. I'm looking at Judiz. Judiz is on a hot streak. He just defeated 2 of ComptonMania's
Yes.
top performers.
He did.
He defeated Sean Black. No capping. He defeated Shiloh Greaves.
Light skinned Jesus crucified him.
And he was a recent contender.
Yeah, I don't
for
think
the
that happened. I'm not
championship,
even
so
sure
that's a
you
big
guys
win
talking
there.
about
And then he lasted long in the Ghetto Gauntlet. He was one of the last few
And he
guys
was
in there.
screwed over by your guy. PBA.
So I really feel Judiz has really climbed to the top
Nobody cares
of the
how you feel, bro.
ComptonMania
Like-
rankings. And I really feel that the
I really
ComptonMania
feel like yeah.
ranking committee is going to really definitely see that.
Can we take a pause real quick?
No.
So we got Manny Mars has 2 wins.
Yeah.
Judiz has 2 wins.
Woo.
So they could be 1 or 2 on the list. Snipes got his very first win.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big win.
Over wrestling
Big
personified.
win.
And he
Big
won
win.
the title and they took it from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's transition over to that one
Yo,
because in reality,
No, I mean, let's skirt to that.
yeah, because let's say if it were up to me in a perfect world to say, hey, this is the match of the night, according to Angel, and it counts, I think that would have been the show stealer.
You
Especially
have
with
the
Snipes'
best view,
performance.
so you have the
Yeah.
clear, you have the clear view. Is that what you say?
I think so because
Angel's pick
we
is-
all thought I was there and I saw your guys' reaction to what you guys were saying. We all thought it was a title match that he won fair and square.
It was a title match.
It was just
It
Rick
was- it
Luxury
was a
up to
title
his
match.
antics and bamboozling the whole crowd.
Yeah.
Even us.
Wrestling personified Rick Luxury showed
He
up
didn't bamboozle me.
and
He
showcased
basically-
what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, just me watching clips of him from around Southern California, the West Coast, he showcased that he was a champion, willing to defend
Bullsh.
the title, but
Bullsh.
yet he didn't want to. Once he realized he lost, he said it. He declared, "I didn't sign no
He
contract."
basically nan us, bro. Like,
by
I
the
mean,
way-
come on. What?
So you guys understand that, like, I call him Professor Wrestling Personified. He's one of my mentors in the game of
Jesus,
of
no
gotcha.
wonder. I should have known.
In the game of
Of
gotcha.
what?
The game of gotcha.
Oh, gotcha.
Game of gotcha.
I thought you said
You
gotcha.
thought you got me, but I got you. I got you. Like Joe Tex. Never should have tossed to me. Ha!
Yeah, but now Snipes put on a great performance. The crowd really got behind him from
Oh,
the
they
moment
did.
he
They
walked
did.
out. And they really saw the tangibles that he had. And I really think, even though I guess now that we realize it wasn't a title match, the ComptonMania Wicked Committee, I mean, a title match win should count for at least 2 to 3 wins. So I think the
think
committee
so.
will put him up in the rankings.
I think he's
at least top 5.
He's definitely in the top 5.
And I think it's based on the way you win, but I also think the championship committee is looking at just the things done, because for me, it is moving up. You defeat Jay Bautista, but not only that,
Yes.
you make a name for yourself like he did at the Ghetto Gauntlet. To me, those get points. I don't care what you say. Wins and losses, it matters, but when you make a name for yourself, you make an impact. And I really see him moving up, so I really see that. But I definitely agree, Judiz, Manny Mars. Listen, you might have another opponent. You might have another one of your guys that's battling for the title. Because I mean, Manny Mars, he's a wonderful wrestler in singles.
So I'm all about that feudal China Wu-Tang scenario. So I say that what y'all are saying is that Manny Mars and Judiz need to go head up.
That's a possibility. The booking committee could
Number
give
That's
one
the
contender.
contender. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we named 4. Who's number 5? And that
Shiloh.
championship. Well, he's 0-2.
Shiloh.
There's got to be somebody who's
PBA.
better than 0-2. PBA has not had a singles match.
But he's so good looking.
But I think, Sean, I think when you look at if it was scoring, and I think from the fans and the eye test, I will give Shiloh points because Shiloh had that championship almost won, and then he almost had Judiz beat. I
Yeah,
think
if it wasn't
the
for
way
Curtis Millender, we'd be the champions right now.
Yeah, because in all reality, Shiloh Greaves last Saturday and Sunday morning was technically ranked the number 1 contender for the match.
Yeah.
So
He
though
was
he took
technically
the
the
loss,
champion without the
I don't
belt.
think that would knock him 6 spaces down.
Well, he wasn't the number 1 contender.
Yeah, he was
I
technically
think
champion.
Camacho felt like
he was
he
trying
had
to get his
to.
revenge.
I think Camacho was
That's
like,
fair.
well,
That's fair.
That's fair.
like I'm just gonna fade you because you just ruined my coronation. It's not because he earned it.
That's true. We did say
He
that.
did earn it. He won the
He
first
lost.
round you ever hosted.
Yeah, but he retired and he didn't
He
want to
never-
get
he
into
never
the
retired.
ghetto
Did he
gauntlet.
file paperwork?
Yes.
Did you see paperwork?
He
Did you see paperwork?
He was scared to get in
Conjuncture.
the ghetto gauntlet.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
lawyer.
light skinned Jesus.
Oh, my lawyer.
We have to say this. We have to keep it fair. And I love light skinned
We have
Jesus.
to keep it
I said
fair.
it when he was here that I gave him the edge. But light skinned Jesus is starting to show me that he's more light skinned than he is Jesus. Because I'm going to tell you something. he coming up with more excuses than a nigga that was supposed to get hired 5 weeks ago. Listen.
Oh my
You know you on
God.
parole. If you don't get a job, you go into jail. You go into jail. So listen.
ComptonMania, where 80s parental comebacks are in effect.
Shiloh
He said
he has
the
been
nigga
shy lost.
is supposed to have
He
a
has
job
not
5
won
weeks ago.
nothing. PBA
I think he's
it
calling me a bookman.
has a step up on him because he has no losses. And he ain't got no wins neither because
Look,
he ain't been in no
the top
singles
5 are
competition.
Dylon,
And
Shiloh. Now I know what you're thinking. Me and Manny Mars were actually at the Desert Room after the show, putting some back, talking to the ladies, doing how we do. And Manny said he wants Macho's ass. He said Philippines over Mexico all day. So I said, hey,
It's a possibility, man.
a World Cup
Cup.
battle,
World Cup.
man.
The Pinoy Prince versus the Mexican Malacca.
There
Listen.
you go. Nah, man, there's a lot to be
Don't
excited
touch
for.
my
I'm not
cup.
even sure what a Malacca is.
Yeah, don't touch
That
my
sounds
cup.
horrible.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to be excited for. Being a